All right, it's May. We've got lots of snow on the ground here, but we don't care. There's fun things ahead. We are gonna kick it off by looking at some of the promotions that are coming up. And I just want to say, when we're like talking about the promotions, like my hope and my goal is that, well, one, I would put myself in the category of somebody who hoards away promos and like doesn't typically use them. And I'm not really helpful to people if I haven't used them ever. Like, you should get this oil. It sits on my shelf because I'm afraid to use it. So I think it's a good reminder for us to pull it out and use those oils, especially on the exclusive ones. But also, I want you to hear these things and be like, oh, that would really help so and so. It's like about how we're caring for people with that oil too. So I'm going to start off just sharing a little bit about the 10% off product, which is citronella. And we all think bugs, right? So it's very easy to say to somebody, this is going to be really helpful for repelling bugs this time of year. Citronella is really like familiar. You say to just your common average person, use TerraShield. They're going to look at you like, what are you talking about? But if you're like, here's citronella, it's just a more familiar thing. So I think that's really helpful. And remember that you can tell people right now, there's a sale going on and you can shop my discount. You can get a bottle of citronella and be ready to go for the summer, right? Shop my discount has been like my easiest way to explain to potential customers that you don't need to pay for a membership. In a sense, it's a way of wording it. So anyway, it's some food for thought for you. Research shows that citronella repels 3 mosquito species for up to 8 hours. It really does make an amazing cleaner. Maybe you've got customers or potential customers who love to clean. Tell them, mix up, their usual homemade DIY solution and try citronella this time instead. Mix up your scent. If you have people who really are into their hair and their scalp or wanting to work on that, it's really good for your hair and scalp. Add it to your shampoo. If they have school-age children, remind them that it's going to be helpful for lice as well. If you have people who love to diffuse, tell them that they can diffuse it with 3 drops of rosemary, and that's going to help with airborne bacteria. Then we have like a slew, not a slew, but of like questionable uses, not really. Toenail fungus to body odor. So I don't know, like it is a selling point. You could like come into that from a unique angle. But whether that's, they say mixing it even with fractionated coconut oil, you can make a homemade deodorant, but like underarms, bottoms of feet can be helpful to use it. If you're going to use it for your toenails, maybe throw in some tea tree. So just some interesting, that's something about you didn't know. And then as far as the emotional piece, it's the oil of averting. So it's going to deal with the negative emotions of like being irritated, judgmental, invaded, overrun, stagnant, some of those things. So there's just some things to get your wheels turning on citronella. It's only like $18.90, I think, or it's $19.80. I might have flipped it, but I think it's $18.90. Which is again a great price point, and if somebody with your code can just grab it with your link and not have to pay the $35, remember? So it's great. All right, Jerry, talk to us about Naiuli.
Okay, so when I first heard that this was going to be our product of the month for May, I thought, okay, well, now I'll have another bottle of Naiuli that I'll use to clean my toilets with. Well, I'm embarrassed to say that Naiuli is so much more than that. So I'm so excited about it. I'm like, I only have like 10% of this bottle left. I can't wait to get my order. So let me just tell you what it's just amazing oil. I have so much more respect for it than I ever did before. So as it is related to well, first of all, it comes from the Naiuli tree, which is so durable that it can withstand severe droughts and forest fires. So it belongs to the myrtle family, Myrtaceae, which also includes eucalyptus and clove. And the botanical name is Melaleuca, a long name, so it is related to tea tree. They're just different types of plants within the same family. But this has it's more gentle than tea tree is. So if you have sensitive skin, which I've been using it on this when my dermatologist did a zzz on it. And so I've been experimenting using it for its healing properties on my skin thing that I got going here. It's steam distilled from the twigs and the leaves. And what else do I want to share about it? Hold on here just a sec. So it's unique because it's a unique plant. It's not farmed. It grows naturally in Australia, in the Middle East, as well as Madagascar, which is where doTERRA sources it from for its preferred chemical profile. So it's got that warm woodsy scent for those of you who've never smelled it before. And it works as an analgesic. Well, first of all, it's got other properties. It's got bactericidal, so it's antiseptic, bactericidal, anti-rheumatic, analgesic, insecticidal, and it's a stimulant. So it's really interesting how it works as an analgesic because it numbs actually the nerves in the area of the pain and desensitizes it. And so it helps to relieve headaches and migraine pain, toothaches, earaches, and muscle and joint pain. So another reason that it's so effective for reducing pain is that it stimulates your blood and your lymphatic system. So it helps to get rid of the toxins like uric acid that builds up in your muscles and in your bloodstream. So what you do is you want to take a carrier oil that works well for you, put a couple drops in there, and then really massage it into the affected area where the pain is. So another interesting thing is that in a French study, back in 1976, they were testing it in the vapor form with its efficacy against bacteria like staph and strep and proteus. And they found that within 3 hours, it was 85% effective in killing those microbes. So it's also shown to be effective against yeast, herpes simplex, viral hepatitis, and most types of infectious respiratory ailments. So guess what? Throw it in the diffuser. And you can mix it with eucalyptus, and I'll get to a few others that you can use it with for diffusing. So when inhaled, it has amazing respiratory benefits. They feel that it can treat most types of respiratory infection. You can also gargle it, but don't swallow it. I mean, I guess you could, but it doesn't have the food facts on there, so you're not supposed to swallow it. So you would gargle it, swish it around in your mouth if you want to, and spit it out. Or you can add a drop to your toothpaste. It has a great benefit there because it's the antiseptic, antibacterial. And then you would, of course, you spit your toothpaste out too. So its aroma, it's not as strong. It doesn't dominate like tea tree does. So you could use it with lavender. You could use it with wild orange. You could, what else did they diffuse it with? Eucalyptus, bergamot. I was diffusing it yesterday with bergamot, which I really love that combo. Coriander, fennel, for just a calming, pleasant aroma. Add it to your facial cleanser. And there's also these amazing emotional benefits, which Melissa shared with me. Thanks, Melissa. So it helps you to get a clear perspective on your innermost identity. So it has this, I looked what vibrational energy is, and it's, we all have energy around us. Well, this helps to increase your energy, which creates just a positive aura around you, so that attracts people. So like when you walk into that room and that person that you're really attracted to, that's Nayuli can help to increase that. And there you go. All this in this bottle, which I was cleaning my toilets with.
It's like the tagline. I could learn underneath Gary Huffman all day. And now I feel like I need to go use my Nayoli too. I think it's probably unopened. So cleaning toilets, you're a step above me. Melissa, can you help us with tackling Copaiba Power and the 200 PV promo?
Yep. So order 200 PV and you get the Copaiba 15 mil and the soft gels for free. There's a limit of 4 per account, which is the norm. And if you order before the 15th, you're going to get, if you're at 30%, you're going to get 30% back. You get 60 points back for your future shopping. Plus you're getting those 3 oil products for free. You'd get your Nayoli, and you'd get, that's worth, last time they assessed it, because it's an LTO, doesn't normally come up on a price list, but it's, I found out, I called account management, it's $10 for that. And then the soft gels are $35.50 and the Copaiba 15 mil is $38. So the total is $83.50 for free. Plus you're getting points back. Plus you're getting free shipping. I mean, what's not to love about that? And just for clarity, I wanted to remind you all, there's that graphic that has how many drops are in soft gels, all different kinds and things. There's the graphic says 2 drops of Copaiba in the soft gel. It sure looks to me like there'd be 18 in each one. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't understand how that works. But one of the R&D people had said to me 2 to 3 drops. So, ballpark that, right? I just want to recap why you want to always have these in your home and why this is important to know this to pass on to your customers. But when I think pain, I think Copaiba. I like to use it topically. The oil, that 15 mil, you just can't go wrong. You can put it on topically. You can take it internally for pain. You've got sore knees, put your Copaiba on your knees. If you want to take it internally for that pain and discomfort, you can. But I feel like we do everything we can to like we do within reason what we can to take care of our health and reduce toxicity. And then when we hurt, we reach for an over the counter, right? So let's remember what Copaiba is capable of. And it just also helps calm, soothe, and support your nervous system, which again is really important in your pain response. But the thing that I never remember about Copaiba is that it promotes clear, smooth skin, and you're supposed to use it on your face to reduce the appearance of blemishes. I forget that on the regular. And so I just wanted to very quickly give you just 2 quick testimonials, one about the soft gels and one about the 15 mil. So this lady wrote in about the soft gels. I'm a light sleeper. I always have been. I started taking 2 Copaiba soft gels before bed, and I sleep so soundly now. My husband plays softball a few nights a week, and sometimes he gets home late. He comes into our room, showers, makes all sorts of noise, and then goes to bed, and I don't even wake up anymore for it. I think that's a pretty strong testimonial. And for the 15 mil, I thought this one was really good too. This lady wrote, sometimes when I overindulge in foods I don't normally eat, especially when I'm traveling, I get really bad stomach cramps or gas that wake me up in the night. It happened when I arrived home recently after a convention for doTERRA, and I happened to have Copaiba on my nightstand. So I grabbed it and I rubbed it on my belly. The stomach cramps were gone completely within 3 minutes. She said, it's one of those things that if it hadn't happened to me personally, I never would have believed it. And then Nioli, something that I wanted to point out to a quick testimonial is this family that makes a wound wash recipe. So we've got sprays, but what about taking one of those condiment bottles and making a wound wash that you can just maybe on a knee owie, right? Amy and Sonia probably identify, and so does Laura with this, the younger age group. But it calls for, in an 8-ounce squeeze bottle, they put 4 ounces of water and then 3 ounces of aloe vera juice, 25 drops of Nioli, 15 drops lavender, and 10 drops myrrh. Shake it up, squirt it on the owie. So I thought those were neat testimonies and a great reminder of why that is such a valuable promo this month.
Write that recipe down somewhere. I'm lost you at 15 drops. That is good stuff right there. That is a wound wash. My everything. Seriously, thank you. Okay, are you ready to just keep tackling all the things that got schlepped onto your plate? What do you think about how about the sunscreen or the Rose Duet?
Are you guys gonna be tired of hearing from me? I can just do this really fast. The Face Mineral Sunscreen Moisturizer, I am personally really excited about this. It is 28 SPF. And for those who are into how things are tested, dermatologist tested, but it's reef safe, it's vegan friendly, but it's got frankincense, helichrysum, magnolia, ylang ylang, and lemongrass. But it shields also about the UVA and the UVB and blue lights. So as we're all sitting here on our computers, we're bathing in that blue light. But it's free from all the nasties, the parabens, the phthalates, the oxybenzone, and the synthetic fragrance. So that's $35 and $30 or 30 PV. And I think that looks like a really nice product to have on hand. Has anybody sampled or tried the Rose Duet yet? Has anybody had access to that? I know that when I was in Mexico, we got to test this new Rose Duet, and it was really neat because it's a little different from the promo they did recently of a rose spray. But it's like, let's say, I remember in Mexico, they said it's like a garden in full bloom when you use it. So you mist it on your face, you can mist it on your hair, mist it on your husband when he's crabby, for all I care. But I mean, you can use it in all these different ways, but it's hydro distilled from the rose petals. It's like sweet. It's really awesome. And so then they also have the moringa oil, rose oil. And I remember they were talking about moringa oil. It's available in another market. I believe it's Australia. No, it was Japan. And we were all like, moringa, we couldn't figure out how to, we were all taking notes. What is that? But this is what is in this rose oil that they produced in this kit of 2 products. And it just like, it's like literally, I would say it feels like it's melting into your skin. It's lovely. It's like, makes your skin feel soft. It's rich in all those wonderful fatty acids that are good for your face. So they come together, and you're supposed to use them both in your skincare routine. And it's $49.50 for both of those. And they come in a real pretty box. And the last thing is, I just wanted to talk really fast about product rebrands. New packaging for Terrazyme and the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. All right, so watch for that. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but on April 12th, Time was completely switched out. The old time was turned off and the new time came, and it has 2 species in it, which is better sustainability in the long run for harvesting. And like they're trying to be really eco-friendly and eco in harvesting, but it also gives you more, like a more rich product when it comes to the benefits. So just keep an eye on that new time.
Sonia, we don't know. It's like the rose duet, they said in spring, and now it's like coming soon.
Yeah, they were hopeful that it was going to be available for Mother's Day when we were in Mexico. So it's coming.
I am like, can't believe, I'm not really like a skincare junkie, but I've used it 2 days and I honestly feel like my skin is different. And when this morning, Whitney stood in the bathroom with me and she really, I mean, I could use any of my skincare on her freely. I'm not concerned about that, but she wanted a spritz. She spritzed herself and used a little bit of the moringa oil. And I just felt like it's like the perfect little thing in a sense. So they're really nice. Okay, Father's Day promo has 2 portions to it. So Laura Shields and Sonia are tag teaming that. Sonia, do you want to share first about yours?
Yes, I can. Okay. So I have, hold on here. All right, so I have the Midnight Forest Nature Blend with the Mist Wall Plug-in Diffuser. Has anybody tried that diffuser yet? Did you guys get one at Leaders? No, you weren't there. Have you? Nobody has one.
But that's it.
Yeah, so it looks super cool. Obviously, I'm sure none of us on here are using those plug-in things anymore, or if ever. So, but if you are, switch them out with the new Mist Diffuser. I'm actually super excited about it for my camper. Like, Sarah, what do you think? Be super fun. Great in those little spaces, I think. So anyways, it's motion activated. It plugs into any wall and never needs to recharge or replace batteries. It leaves no residue. It does have 3 settings. It has motion sensing, timed interval, and manual. You can use it with either the 5 or the 15 milliliter bottles. And just FYI that the Mist diffuser may not be compatible with thick, sticky oils and blends, including sandalwood, vetiver, citrus bloom, and citrus bliss, and blends that include fractionated coconut oil, just FYI. It comes with Midnight Forest, which is doTERRA's nature blend. So it's a combo of fresh woodsy oils. It's got Siberian fir, cypress, juniper berry, black spruce, frankincense, wild orange, and cistus, which was part of the Oils of the Bible oil kit collection at one time. And that whole group, or those 2 items are $49.50 and 20 PV. I did see Dana Moore had posted, because people are wondering how long the bottle of oil lasts. And I really do think that it varies maybe what oil you have in it and where you have it, of course, and which setting you have it on. But anyways, she has it in a half bath that gets used regularly, I guess. She must have it on motion sensing. Anyway, she's had a bottle of eucalyptus in there that's about half gone, and it's been in there 5 weeks, which I'm quite surprised about. But yeah, so that's what I got for you. Looks fun.
Thank you, Sonia. Before, I have to just show what it looks like. I know that's weird, but if you haven't seen
yeah.
it, I think it's worth seeing. And then Laura Shields can tell us the other half. But I think it's like really sleek. It's cool.
Mhm.
So I don't know. And it's MYST because we're so cool. We're so fancy. Okay. Laura Shields, go ahead.
Okay, so the other Father's Day special then is the Midnight Forest blend that's in a bath bar, and then it comes with a scrubber. So I really love that they are now making this oil into a bath bar because I love, number one, their bath bars, but also the Midnight Forest is probably one of my favorite like foresty blends that they have. The oils in this one, there's a whole bunch, but I love how it's a little bit of that woodsy with a little bit of citrus in there. So I think it's a really great combination. But we have our Siberian fir, cypress, there's juniper berry in there, black spruce, wild orange, frankincense, pimento, which is kind of like that allspice, and cistus, caraway. Let's see, labdanum, I don't know how to say that one, but yes, that one. So anyways, a bunch of good stuff in there. A really like kind of like that nice woodsy, kind of like that musky masculine smell. But again, the orange in there kind of lightens it and brightens it too to make it more pleasant, I think, for everybody in the family versus just kind of that like masculine smell. But so this in a bath bar, the bath bars are so nice. They're very smooth. They make your skin feel very clean, not kind of leaving that like film or residue that maybe some other ones do if you are familiar with those other like bath bars. So I really love that it's in a bar line now. I think what's really neat too about this one is that it comes with the scrubber. So the scrubber is kind of like that exfoliator, but instead of like using your hand, you actually, it says to put the soap in the scrubber. So it's like a little pouch for it. And it says that if you do that, it creates a really, really nice lather and will also kind of help your soap bar go further, which is kind of nice because sometimes you get that little bit of the bath bar left and some people use it, maybe some people don't. If you're not, crazy, but that's just my own personal opinion. So don't lose it. Put it in the little catcher, little mitt kind of a thing. And then I think that's really nice. You can add it to whatever bar you add in there next. But again, keeps it really nice and full of lather, so you can exfoliate your skin and it creates a really nice aroma as well in the bathroom. It also has that little loop, which you could put on your wrist if you're worried about dropping it. Otherwise, it's a really good idea then to hang it so that it doesn't get kind of yucky sitting on a shelf or something in your shower. There's a lot of great little hooks that you can buy and put that in the tub area, and then it can hang to dry as well. I think, let's see. Oh, one other little fun bonus fact, I think, is that they said that the protective bag, I think if I read this right, the bag that it comes in is biodegradable. So you can just go ahead and take care of that in a really great sustainable way, a clean environment way. So that's kind of cool. I think it says if you put it in hot water, it'll just like disintegrate. So I kind of want to just like try that because that seems fun. It's like a home experiment as well. So that's kind of fun. So this one is $17 wholesale, $22.67 retail, comes with 10 PV. You can get 4 of them. So it might be good. Grab one for you, grab one for him, grab an extra one. I don't know. This one, I think the Midnight Forest is a popular blend. So this one might go quick too. Maybe not as quick as the diffuser, but I think it's a really good one to grab.
Thanks, Laura. So Laura's judging us if we don't use our soap bars up all the way. So be careful of what you share here. I'm just kidding. I think that there won't be many men who will see this gift. I think it's all going to the ladies nabbing this one up. So run through on a couple other quick things. For May, the theme is edit your routines topical. So remember, all the digital marketing kit has like the resources, the sheets, the PowerPoint, and all that, if that's something that you want to help people with. That Spring Tour Reimagined is going on. If you are trying to figure out an event that might be near you, ask your account manager or the business advancement team. I always just Google their phone number, and they'll be able to help you find out if there's something in your area. The Empowered Success Call happened at 6, and it was all about the Refer a Friend program. And I have like a total confession to make. I like finally sent out a project broadcast about Refer a Friend. No, never mind, about the free membership. And that's like, I'm like delayed. I can't wait to send one about Refer a Friend, right? People are really excited about it. But if you really want to know how to help maximize it and use it well, and unlocking the potential of that, the recording will go up at justinswebinars.org as soon as it's uploaded. So watch for that. We have our May monthly call is on the 15th at 8 p.m. I'm going to put the sign up sheet in the chat. It's summer prep time for our topic. I threw some topic ideas into that sign up sheet. See what you think, see what speaks to you, add your own thing if you'd like. I think somebody should definitely talk about the wound wash. I think would be really, really good, like wound care and first aid. So I wanted you guys to know about that. And we are going to kind of wrap up here by hearing from a couple of our fierce leaders. And I asked Laura Shields to share about, she had 2 enrollments this past month. Was it 2 months ago? Yes, recently. I know, sorry. Yes. And so she's going to share about that. And their other, Hannah Dobbins also had 2 enrollments, and she's not on here to share, but I asked her what it was. And she's like, oh, it was just telling them they didn't have to, people are lit up that they don't have to pay for a membership anymore. Apparently it makes all the difference in the world, but I kind of have had I've noticed that too. So that's where her enrollments came from, like people she's been talking to for 7 years, you know? So I wanted to share her success in that way. So Laura, go ahead and tell us about yours.
Okay, so my enrollments came from my classes that I hold at my chiropractor's office. And so those ones are just kind of on a rotation. I do those every couple months. And so in April was kind of the first one that I did since like last fall. So I took a little bit of a break. But these ones came from kind of 2, well, one of them came from like 2 contacts. So sometimes I do an Aroma Touch like hand massage day at my chiropractor's office. She allows me to come in and just love on her clients that are there. So I bring my like Aroma Touch oils. And so anybody who's there waiting to get adjusted, I offer them a hand technique while they're waiting. And Amy and Melissa are sometimes able to come as well. So it's always fun to kind of be there together. So this contact, we met her that one day and kind of started the conversation there, getting to know her and kind of her needs that she needed for health, what she was trying to work on. And she was familiar with oils, but just kind of hadn't made like the jump of actually like trying and committing to a regimen. So that topic kind of like opened the door for us doing Aroma Touch. And then I had a class a couple weeks later that was a Symphony of the Cells class, and was able to kind of introduce her and another gal were my 2 enrollments from that class. Both of them, I was able to kind of give them an experience with the oils. So we were able to do kind of like while we were sitting and talking about it, I gave the gals some Deep Blue and Copaiba to layer and to kind of just like do that right while we were sitting and put it on whatever area was sore. And so they were able to kind of have that first experience there and then offer them a Symphony of the Cells application as well. So it was kind of giving them like at least 2, if not 3 exposures of using oils and kind of talking through them. Was kind of like our way to dive into like, how do you want to use oils? Where are you at? What's your experience with them in them before? So one of them, she was familiar with them, but just wasn't ready to jump in on it yet. But then was ready to start after the class. And then the other one, she was brand new. She really didn't know a lot about it, but just knew she wanted to kind of start diffusing things and knew that you could use them for diffusing, but wasn't really sure what else. So she started with actually just like the top 10 oil kit with a diffuser, because she just wanted to learn more of the basics and kind of start there. And then the other gal, she had more specific needs. So she was able to just, start with whatever her order was, no enrollment kit. But we were able just to cater to what she was wanting to try first. So, yeah, so that was kind of how those two enrollments worked, the classes, and just kind of giving people, at least in this scenario, giving people time to experience them and talk about them to see results kind of right there in the class and afterwards, was really helpful for both of them. They received an inflammation protocol, and both of them said that that made a big difference like the next couple days. So I think that was really, really great. So now I'm just keeping in contact with them, working on them with their kind of monthly orders, getting them comfortable with the account and ordering, planning what the next like 2-3 months will be. So, yeah.
Thanks, Laura. Good work with that. I think Laura has had so much success with this relationship she has with the chiropractor office. And I think it's a good reminder for all of us that like Sarah is the name of Laura's friend and chiropractor. Like Sarah, I think it's a smart decision for her to pay attention to what Laura's doing, because Laura does come in and care for her customers, right? Like Laura has a lot to offer. I will appreciate your customers. I will meet them there. And of course, Laura's able to use that space and then do her classes there. But like when we are thinking about collaborating with people or businesses, I think we have a lot to offer. I think a business, my mom and I have been helping the coffee shop here, and it's like, a selling point to say, I use doTERRA oils, or we teach about doTERRA oils here. And so just to like remember that as we're collaborating. Okay, Sarah McCord is going to take us home on this one. So she's on with us, and I just asked her, I think earlier today, would you, she's kind of like opening a new chapter with doTERRA. And so I just asked her to kind of tell us what she's up to, so we could all hear from her.
Hey guys, so I got all my uploads and everything so I can actually connect tonight. Last time was a disaster. So I kind of fell disengaged with everything. COVID hit and my business was very people oriented. I had a classroom space that was utilized a lot. And when COVID hit, the building that my classroom was in was shut down for 6 months. And I totally lost all momentum. I lost that connection, and I never was able to bring that back. I also started a new job a month before the COVID shutdown, and I was in the real estate business, still am, and the business was just crazy busy. I was putting in, 50 hours a week easily. I was completely exhausted. And so doTERRA just totally took a back burner. I'm in a point where I realize that the job that I have is nice for my pocketbook, but it's not filling my sunshine tank. So I've been looking at ways to get back into doTERRA and expand on that. We've gone through some pretty severe bouts of depression with our teenage son due to the COVID shutdowns that the schools faced. So we went through a plethora of emotions. We've been through different providers. We've been through counseling. He's had a full psychiatric workup. There's been medication involved, and we've come out the other side, thankfully. A lot of people are still struggling, and a lot of people aren't able to get the help that they need. I think it's really important that we get back to basics, that God gave us this beautiful body that is designed to heal itself. And working with oils, I've learned a lot over the last 8 years. I can't believe it's been 8 years already that I've been with doTERRA. So expanding on that, I'm just finishing up certification in sound healing. I'm working with chakras and crystals. And in July, I'm going for Reiki healing or training, down in Wisconsin. So I'm going to incorporate all of these things. I have like all these crazy ideas coming together at once. I'm working with our city manager. I'm working with the director of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm trying to get my own space again. So it's really exciting. It's really scary, but I know that I can't continue working in a job that doesn't fill my sunshine tank. That's very important to me. I'm a hands-on person. I like to hug people. My job is not a job where you typically hug people, so I have to be aware of my boundaries there. Sonia knows, she works in the same market as I do. If you're going to touch anybody, sometimes it might be with an open hand, so you have to be really careful with that. So anyways, I'm just really looking forward to this new chapter, re-engaging with doTERRA, and adding in all these other modalities as well, because I think fluidly they all work together. And I'm super, super excited. And I do kind of have my new Facebook page up. It's not exactly running. I don't have a lot of content there yet, but it's called Northwoods Mindful Healing, if you want to check that out. And I was supposed to do a group sound bath tonight. I was really excited because that was the last step before I could take my test for my sound healing certification. And of course, the weather bunked us out. So I'm on a little bit of a delay of that, but I'm looking forward to sharing that and incorporating all of the things. And I had a meeting with Melissa and Amy a few weeks ago, kind of cluing them in, and just excited for their support and to be re-engaged with this group of people that has always filled my sunshine tank. So stay tuned.
It's like the Drippy Hippie 2.0.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Sarah. So, some of you might know Sarah pretty well. Some of you maybe don't. And I just have to tell you, so Sarah lives in the UP. And like when you look at a doTERRA map from before Sarah enrolled, the UP is not even a part of their US map. Not even a part of their US app, like in any way, shape, or form. And Sarah
totally overlooked the UP.
But then Sarah enrolled, and she enrolled 35 people in a month. In 2 months, she blew up the UP by giving people aroma touches and hugging them, essentially. And doTERRA now has the UP on their map, if you look. So
it took a couple of phone calls, but we got it.
They started paying attention. So we're proud to know Sarah for all the many talents that she brings to the table. And just excited for her. So thank you for sharing, Sarah.
And she throws a great party too in the UP.
True. We love her Drippy Hippie parties. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, here's what I know. We're going to wrap up here. I will stay on. I have some project broadcast bundle things ready to go. Some still working on for the month of May. And hopefully you can sign up for a sign-up sheet. Guys, thank you for all you do to pull off Level Up Your Life series. Thank you for all you do to pull off monthly calls. Thank you for all you do to pull off leader calls and for preparing things and sharing. I learned so much on every single one of the calls that we're on. So you are appreciated, and we'll see you soon somewhere along the way.
And thank you.
Mm-hmm.